Hello Captains, it's me Tonik's TZW. We're here in the Tier 7 Premium French battleship, the Flounder. This is a full secondary build on this one, and I've called it Furious Frenchie because in the opening minutes of the game I got into a bit of a major rager with the performance of a destroyer and decided that I was going to go out and do things for myself. But a quick look at the build here. We've got Emile Giprat here, and then we're running secondaries, and then a bit of accuracy because in the first slot we've got secondaries, and that way we're just getting a little bit of accuracy back into our guns. It's still a bit of a shotgun approach, but let's get into the game, shall we? Now, you know, I always play destroyers and I always look for support, and often that support is never there, and you end up getting into fights that you don't really want to get into early game. But I'm in a battleship, so I'm going to support the destroyer. All he's got to do is spot red team's destroyer and keep him spotted, and my secondaries will be able to do the rest. You'll notice that I've loaded high explosive. That's also to help deal with the destroyer, but to start the game we'll put a salvo out at that guy across there just to see if we can get a fire started and force him into a damage control. But yeah, he turns out and we miss completely. But our other battleship gets a good hit on that Vanguard by the looks of it. Looks to be a Citadel hit as well. But can we get another shot on before he disappears behind the island? Let's have a look. Is he going to touch the island? Yes, he is. Let's put those shots out there. We know we're spotted, so the destroyer is pushing in towards the cap, and so we are going to push in with our destroyer as well. We get a fire on the Vanguard. There's the Benson. Should we have held that second salvo? Potentially. But our destroyer decides to make a beeline for behind the island while he's spotted. He drops detection, and that leaves red team's destroyer parked in his smoke screen in the cap, leaving it contested, and our destroyer decides that he's going to pop his smoke screen too. But there is red team's Benson spotting for the two battleships behind him. Our secondaries are on the go. We land, what is it, 2 shells out of 6 on them. We don't get any fires, but we're trying to let the secondaries do the work. We know there's going to be torpedoes coming, and I'm going to call this destroyer for help. You know, it's me that's got him spotted, and we call him for help, but I guess he doesn't want to help. He wants to sit safely behind that little island, contesting the cap, being no use to man nor beast. But what he is going to do, he's going to reverse out slowly, and he's going to fire his torpedoes through the smoke screen. Now I am going absolutely balls to the wall here. I'm letting this fire burn. For all I know, there could be something on my right side here just ready to absolutely clatter me as I come down the corner. But I literally was like, mate, if you're not going to help me, I'll go out and do it myself. There's his torpedoes. I am located, and of course that destroyer is going to get turned around and pop some torpedoes out towards me. If I had kept going the way I was going, I would have missed those, but there he is, and there he is gone. So that is 1 destroyer out of 4 on red team taken care of. Vanguard has fired. I'm going to drop into this smoke screen and try and drop detection and slow down and stay on the cap, but I think we're going just a little bit too fast there, and we're going to overrun this cap. Vanguard is starting to angle away as I drift off the cap, but then we get the Iowa spotted. Now I know that the Iowa is strong in the front end, but on its flanks you can get some quite nasty hits off it. So there we go. He's fired his guns. We put our guns out. The secondaries are running, and we get a nice healthy Citadel hit. He loses another chunk of health to the battleship that's behind me. I don't know what it is, Vanguard is going to have another pop, and I decide that while my engine boost is still active for a few seconds, we're going to try and run these guys down and get some fire on them with secondaries. Keep them in range. Vanguard is going broadside again. Here we go, full send. Let's see what we can do there. And RNG screws us and leaves him with a sliver of health. And we all know the Vanguard has the British battleship super heal. Now watch this thing jump up and absolutely revive him. It is absolutely jumping up 3-4 bars at a time. And I'm thinking, is he going to turn again? He's still burning, but the battleship behind us, I think it's the Georgia there, absolutely slaps him and takes him out. So potentially we could have had a kill there, but happy for the Georgia to take him out and save my shells for something else. Secondary booster is up, so we're going to stay on that Iowa. He is going to try running away from us, but I think my secondary range is 10.3. I'm trying to stay angled to the Rook that's in front of me and angled to the Iowa, but not very well. As I said, inexperienced playing battleships and just getting absolutely fed up with things. But here we go. We're waiting for this back turret to come around. He gets one more turret off on us, but we get the kill with a fire. I think the Georgia was onto that one. Now, I haven't seen where any of the rest of Red Team's destroyers are, but by the fact that B-cap has been taken, I'm expecting at least one of them to be in here, and I'm worried about that Rook getting a broadside spot onto me while I'm sailing into this cap. But we're going to use our agility here. I potentially should have loaded high explosive coming into this capture point because it might have been a little bit easier. I am spotted, so there's absolutely a destroyer in here. There's a set of torpedoes going out towards that battleship at the back. We're going to try and sneak a shot across the top, but I think we kill some seagulls on top of that hill there, and then we are going to turn into this capture point because Cap's a king. There's the Summers. All right, that's an American wall of skill, and oh look, there is the Benson as well, who panics, pops his smoke screen. So I'm expecting, yep, a crap ton of torpedoes coming my way. Now there is one other destroyer that is as yet unsighted, and I have no idea where he is, but that looks like the Benson's torpedoes have been fired at me. I still don't know where this last destroyer is, but let me just say that my secondaries are going to find him. We're running down this smoke screen. The destroyer and the other battleship are just following me around, but let's have a crack at this Benson and give him a bit of a slap. The secondaries are going, everybody else is having a pop of them. We pick up a high caliber on 114,000 damage. We're turning into these guys. There's going to be torpedoes coming from our right side, and that's where the last destroyer is. There's still one here in the smoke. I'm trying to run him down on my guns, but there we go. Destroyer is spotted. Here come the torpedoes. We're going to have to ram the island, and we get a double strike with close quarters on the destroyer on our right, which we hadn't seen until this time. We hit the island, and again I'm expecting a full wall of skill coming from this Summers, but he's just on the limit of detection. But he's dipped back into a smoke. There he is, one turret from the rear turret of justice. That is Kraken Unleashed number 154. How I survived that, I absolutely do not know. But there's still an Odin and there's still a Rook, and the Odin has turned round and started coming this way. And again, yes, I know I'm giving up a full broadside, but I am hidden thanks to the destroyer smokescreen, and so I can afford to sit here and wait for him to come around that corner. And he is going to be broadside, and I'm thinking this should be an easy kill. but RNG deserts us again. But we do pick up a Confederate, so that is 20% of the damage off a total of 6 ships. The secondaries are going way, and I'm expecting this Odin to go down for a 6-pack as I'm waiting for the guns to reload. Come on, secondaries, get onto them. 4 seconds, but the Brandenburg picks him up with a fire, leaving 1 ship remaining. It's the Rook. My guns are pointing in the wrong direction. What am I going to do here? There we go. The Rook has just piled his salvo into the smoke screen, and we're trying to get turned and get these turrets on. And we are going to do our best to try and convert 5 to 6. But once again, RNG is going to absolutely screw us. I've slammed it into full reverse here. The turrets are coming around. We get a decent hit on them. We get those shots over, but again, we clip the side of the mountain. Shots do go over. They're looking good, but yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, but no. Yeah, but no. No. No kill on this one, so even though I've got quite a decent reload on this, I've no doubt that somebody else is going to pick up that kill. And there he goes. He is gone. And that is the end of that. Finishing with a high caliber Confederate, 2 close quarters, a double strike, and Kraken Unleashed 154. Just under 143,000 damage. A little bit of a crazy mad rush in that one, but we do finish top of the board with 2,621 base XP, and this was certainly far better than some of the games that I played on Sunday morning on live stream, where it seemed absolutely impossible to get a win. But I hope you have enjoyed watching this one. It's yet another one for the Kraken collection, and at least it's in something different than a destroyer, particularly the Daring. Don't forget, smash that like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of that one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and if you really enjoyed it and you're feeling generous, you can leave a super thanks on the video. All donations gratefully received. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.